The question is, even though an appraisal is for a buyer and a buyer's lender, can it affect the seller? I'm Katie, the real estate gal in Denver Metro, Colorado. We have been talking about the selling process from start to finish. So we've already covered the documents that the listing agent and the seller need to sign and agree on ahead of time. We've talked about how to make the home more beautiful with staging, with photography, with cleaning, and how to network the home, or how to advertise the home through networking and through those social media apps such as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all of the platforms. We've talked about how to respond to an inspection objection, and I have videos on all of these. So if you're interested in diving a little bit more in depth of what those things are, please check those out on my YouTube channel. I also have them saved on Facebook and Instagram. Now we're talking about the appraisal process and how it can affect the seller, and it definitely can affect the seller. So an appraisal is called from the buyer's lender in order to determine the value on the home. Now, a lender won't lend more on a home than what it's valued at. So if a home is priced appropriately, it should appraise for that value. Now, we are in Q1 of 2022. People are going above and beyond their price points in offering on, or what they're offering on homes, so that they can stand out, so they can start building that equity and take advantage of the appreciation that is crazy high as well. So if a home is listed at $500,000, a buyer might come in and say, hey, I'll give you $550,000. Now, like I said, if the home is priced appropriately, it's probably only going to appraise for $500,000. Now, there's a lot of things that determine the appraised value on a home, so it potentially could appraise for higher. But let's just say, to keep things simple, we know that the home is probably going to appraise for what it's listed at. So then there's that gap. If there's no gap insurance and that seller chooses this offer because it's the highest offer, there could be some recourse later on. So now the home has been off the market for a couple weeks. We've been going through inspection. We've been going through, there's other title agreement and policies that are formulating, that are being run, records being pulled. A lot of work is being done. So if the home appraises for $500,000, even though the buyer offered a higher amount, if that buyer doesn't have that higher amount, that difference in cash, the buyer and the seller are going to need to go back to the drawing board and determine a price that the buyer can afford. Now, if the seller is under a time crunch and they need to get this house off their hands, they are relocating, they're using those funds to pay for something else, if they're in a time crunch and the home is valued at a lower price point, they might need to accept a lower price point. They might not have the luxury of being able to go back on market. Another disadvantage of going back on market is it shows other people of, hey, there might be something wrong with the home or something unattractive with the home, and maybe we should stay away from it. Homes are flying off the market right now, so to have, the home was listed at 20 days kind of makes future buyers kind of hesitant to look at it. So yes, an appraisal can definitely affect a seller because they might actually have to accept a lower price point unless the buyer comes in with a strong offer. Now, there are ways to review a contract or specific things to look for when offers are coming in from a seller's point of view that should be highlighted. I'm happy to share what those different things are that make a really strong offer. I'm not going to tell you all right now, so please reach out to me. I am on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Feel free to send me an email, which is in my profile. Subscribe to my channel to find out more tips and tricks for the home selling process. I'm Katie, the real estate gal in Denver Metro, Colorado. I specialize in buying, selling, and chatting about the market. Looking forward to hearing from you soon.